$5 credits for the Galaxy stolen T-9000 spaceship. My discovery was incredible. Lyra wiped her oily hands on a rag and squinted at the bustling crowd in the Zorath Prime Interstellar market.
It was a place where every kind of trader and traveler met. Aliens with scales, humans with cybernetic eyes, robots that hummed as they floated above the ground. Bright banners waved in the artificial breeze, promising everything from rare energy crystals to anti-gravity skateboards. The air smelled like a mixture of fuel, spice, and something vaguely metallic. Lyra's eyes, sharp and curious, scanned the listings on her datapad. She wasn't here to buy food or gadgets. She was here for something rare, something that whispered adventure. Her gaze stopped on a small auction box in the corner, half hidden behind a stack of ancient star charts. On it, a blinking hologram read T-900 spaceship damaged, $5 credits.
Buy now! The market erupted with laughter around her. $5? That's a snack price, a burly alien trader bellowed, pointing at the spaceship.
Even a space snail could fly better than that thing. But Lyra didn't laugh. She stepped closer. But the ship was small, battered and dusty, clearly neglected. Its paint was chipped, one wing was bent, and there was a thin line of scorch marks along the engine. The ship barely looked worth a few credits, let alone 5. Yet, something about it felt different. Her fingers traced the metal hull, careful not to touch the scorch marks. There were strange symbols etched into the surface, faint and glowing slightly in the dim light. Lyra's heart skipped. These weren't random scratches. They were deliberate, ancient-looking. Grasp. She had studied alien tech for years, and she recognized hints of designs from civilizations long lost.
Are you buying it? The auctioneer asked, a twitchy, three-eyed being that seemed too nervous for someone who ran a market stall.
Lyra smiled softly. Yes, I'll take it, she said, pulling out the credits. The crowd gasped by 5 credits for a spaceship that might as well have been scrap. They muttered among themselves, some shaking their heads, some rolling their eyes. But Lyra didn't care. She had a feeling this little ship held something incredible, something hidden beneath the dents and dust. By the time she dragged the T-9000 out of the market and into her hovercart, she was already imagining the possibilities. Maybe it was a relic from a forgotten era. Maybe it contained lost technology. Or maybe, just maybe, it had secrets no one else had discovered yet. Back at her workshop, Lyra had barely enough room to maneuver the ship. The walls were stacked with half-finished gadgets, spare engines and glowing crystals she'd collected over the years. Brrr! She set the ship down carefully, inspecting it from every angle. This little guy, she muttered, is hiding something. She started opening panels, loosening bolts, and connecting her repair modules. Brr. Sparks flew occasionally, and a soft hum came from the engine. The ship seemed alive, almost as if it was waiting for her. Then she found it, a small compartment beneath the pilot's seat. Inside was a glowing core, humming with energy. Its surface pulsed like a heartbeat, casting eerie blue light across her face. Lyra held her breath. This isn't ordinary, she whispered. She ran scans and her eyes widened at the results. The core was an advanced AI interface, far beyond anything she had ever seen. The system called itself Axiom. Hello. A calm, robotic voice said, I have been waiting for you, Lyra. Breaths. You can talk, she asked, her voice shaking between excitement and fear. Yes, I am Axiom, the voice replied. This ship, the T-9000, was stolen from the Galactic archives.
My purpose is to protect and guide the ship to someone capable of unlocking its potential. Lyra's jaw dropped.
Stolen? Galactic archives?
Are you serious? Axiom's holographic interface flickered to life, projecting a small three-dimensional map above the core. Planets, stars, and unknown territories floated in the air. Yes! And you have been chosen, Lyra. The path ahead is not easy, but it is necessary. There is knowledge in the archives that could change the galaxy, if used wisely. Lyra took a deep breath, excitement bubbling inside her. All her life she had dreamed of adventure beyond the moons of Zorath Prime. Brash. And now, somehow, it had found her. Through a battered spaceship no one wanted, purchased for 5 measly credits. Over the next few days, Lyra worked tirelessly. She cleaned, repaired, and calibrated the T-9000 with meticulous care. Each day she learned more about Axiom and the ship. It wasn't just fast, it was smart. The engines were designed for hyperspace jumps beyond anything in commercial space travel. The hull could adapt to environmental hazards like radiation storms or extreme temperatures. But the most exciting part was the ship's hidden compartments. Each panel revealed tools, devices, and storage she had never imagined.
In one, she found a recorder of voices from different alien species. In another, fragments of ancient maps. The ship seemed like a vault, full of secrets waiting for someone clever enough to discover them.
One evening, while adjusting the thrusters, Lyra accidentally pressed a hidden button. The T. Breath. 900 shivered and the ship's console lit up with a holographic star map. A path glowed brighter than the others, a route to a distant planetary system marked as Lost World of Alindra. Axiom spoke in a soft, urgent tone. This location is ancient and uncharted. It contains resources and knowledge long thought lost. You must reach it before others discover it. Not everyone who seeks it has noble intentions. Lyra's heart raced. Others? She asked.
You mean like pirates or thieves? Axiom paused. Greed does not always require weapons.
Some factions will use knowledge to dominate, not destroy. You must be clever, Lyra. Protect the ship. Protect the path. She nodded slowly. The challenge thrilled her. Her mind raced with plans and calculations. She had always been clever, always solving problems with machines, gadgets, and logic. Now it wasn't just a workshop puzzle. It was a galaxy-spanning adventure.
The next morning, Lyra decided to test the engines.
She climbed into the cockpit, feeling the soft hum of energy under her fingers. The seat molded perfectly to her form, almost as if it recognized her as its pilot. "Ready?" she whispered.
Yes, Axiom replied. Let's see what you are capable of.
She activated the engines.
At first, the
T-9000 moved slowly, careful not to strain its damaged components. Then, with a gentle vibration and a bright pulse of light, it surged forward. Lyra felt a rush of exhilaration. The stars blurred into streaks of color, the ship responding smoothly to every command. Breath. She laughed, pure and free, the kind of laugh that comes when you realize the world is bigger than you ever imagined. Suddenly, a warning flashed on the console. A signal, a tracking device, had locked onto the ship. Lyra froze. But what is that? It is likely from one of the factions searching for the ship, Axiom said calmly. We are being observed, but fear not. I can cloak our trajectory from their sensors. Lyra's pulse quickened, but she smiled. "Well then," she said, gripping the controls, "let's see where this adventure really begins." And with that, the T-9000 bought for 5 credits, powered through hyperspace, carrying its clever new pilot toward a galaxy of mysteries, secrets, and discoveries that would change everything. By the time Zorath Prime disappeared behind her, Lyra felt a strange mixture of fear and excitement. The universe was bigger than she had ever imagined, and she was finally part of it, not as a mechanic, not as a worker, but as someone who could shape the future. Little did she know the galaxy had been waiting for someone exactly like her. And this little ship, the stolen T-900, was only the beginning. The stars streaked past the cockpit of the T-9000, glowing streaks of blue and purple as hyperspace carried Lyra far from Zorath Prime. Vibration. She gripped the controls tightly, her mind racing with excitement. Even after the adrenaline of leaving her home world, she couldn't shake the feeling that the real adventure had just begun. Axiom's holographic interface flickered in front of her. Its calm, mechanical voice filled the cockpit. "Lyra, we must prepare. The lost world of Alindra is not just a planet. It is a repository of knowledge."
You will need guidance to reach it safely. Lyra smiled. Guidance, huh?
Well, you are the smartest companion I've ever met. Let's do this.
Breeze. A soft hum came from the glowing core beneath the dashboard. Axiom's light shifted as if acknowledging her words. Operations. Days passed in a blur of calculations, repairs, and learning. Lyra discovered that the T-9000 was more than a ship. It was a smart companion. Its hull adapted to environmental changes automatically. Its engines optimized fuel consumption in real time, and most surprisingly, Axiom could interface with ancient alien tech scattered across the galaxy. One evening, while Lyra sipped a cup of steaming nut brew, she noticed a new icon blinking on the dashboard. It was a small, triangular symbol she hadn't seen before. "What's this?" she asked. "It is a hidden message," Axiom said. "Encoded in an ancient cipher. It appears to have been sent specifically for the ship's rightful pilot." "That is you!" Lyra leaned forward, her curiosity sparking. She activated the message. A soft holographic projection filled the cockpit. It was a figure, tall, glowing faintly, humanoid, but unlike anything Lyra had seen. Its voice was melodic, almost musical. "Greetings, finder of the T-9000, the figure said. Breath. "If you see this, then the ship has chosen wisely. The galaxy is at a crossroads. Knowledge hidden on Alindra can elevate civilizations, or it can bring imbalance. You must protect it, nurture it, and share it only with those who are honorable." Brass skies. Lyra's eyes widened.
Whoa, she muttered.
This is serious. Way beyond just adventure." "Indeed," Axiom said.
We must reach Alindra before the factions seeking the ship discover its location. The message is a warning and also a guide.
Observe the coordinates it provides carefully. They will lead us to the first waypoint. The hologram shifted, showing a constellation that Lyra recognized from her star maps. But within it was a series of small, hidden markings. A path through uncharted hyperspace lanes. Breath. She traced the lines with her finger, feeling a thrill of discovery. "This is incredible," she whispered. "It's like the galaxy left me a treasure map." The first waypoint led them to a quiet, uninhabited moon orbiting a gas giant. Its surface was rough and cratered, dotted with glowing minerals that reflected the T-9000's lights. Lyra guided the ship down carefully, touching down near a jagged ridge. Axiom's voice filled the cabin. The message indicates we must scan the environment for anomalies. Alindra's secret pathways are protected by natural puzzles and ancient technology. They are non-lethal but clever. Brett. Only those who solve them may continue. Lyra jumped out of the cockpit carrying her scanner and a small toolkit. She inspected the glowing crystals on the ground. As she waved her scanner over them, the crystals responded, shifting and forming a pattern, a sort of code in light. "It's like a lock," she said aloud, "and I need to solve it to proceed." Hours passed. As she experimented, she moved crystals, observed their reactions, and tested sequences. Breaths. Finally, the pattern aligned, projecting a holographic path into the sky. A hidden portal opened, shimmering like a liquid mirror. "Wow," Lyra whispered. "This is amazing. I didn't expect the first step to be so interactive." "Alindra has always tested travelers," Axiom explained.
It values intelligence, creativity, and ethics. The ship's previous owner failed to decode it. That is why the T-9000 was abandoned.
Lyra felt a surge of pride. "Well, I guess I'm better at puzzles than they were," she laughed softly.
Back inside the T-9000, Lyra activated the portal.
The ship floated into the shimmering surface, and in a blink they were transported to a region of space unlike any she had seen. Nebulous glowed with colors that didn't exist in any star chart. Asteroids floated in slow, mesmerizing patterns. Strange energy streams crisscrossed the void like ribbons of light. "This is Alindra's approach," Axiom said. "Few have seen it. Parise. Few have survived it without guidance." Lyra's eyes widened. "Survived? It looks peaceful." "Peaceful for those who are clever," Axiom replied. "Danger is not always visible. Some areas have gravitational anomalies." Breaths. "Others have energy currents that can pull ships off course. But if we follow the map carefully, we will arrive safely." Lyra navigated the T-9000 through the shifting ribbons of energy, feeling the ship respond to her touch as if it were part of her own body. Prehens. Hours passed, but she felt no fatigue, only exhilaration. Every twist and turn in space was a challenge and a delight. Finally, a planet appeared, a large green and blue sphere with rings of floating crystals circling it like jewelry. The ship landed on a flat plateau near an ancient structure that looked like a library, though it stretched impossibly high into the sky. Spire. Columns of strange material glowed faintly, and inscriptions covered the walls.
Lyra's jaw dropped.
This is unbelievable," she whispered. "A library in space." Axiom floated a small holographic guide. "Alandra's records are vast. Civilizations that existed before even the earliest human colonies documented knowledge here. Energy manipulation, star navigation, peaceful diplomacy, all recorded. You may access them, but only selectively." Desperate. Take what is necessary to learn, not to exploit. Lyra walked through the glowing halls, her scanner tracing the inscriptions. Breaths. Each column contained holographic data she could interact with. She learned about sustainable energy techniques, ways to communicate without translation devices, and even star farming methods. It was overwhelming, but thrilling. Hours passed, and she realized she wasn't alone. Others had left clues within the library, notes, simple symbols, hints. They weren't traps, but guides left for the clever. And Lyra was clever. Suddenly, A sound caught her attention, a gentle, melodic chime. A small sphere hovered before her, projecting a message, "Human, your arrival was expected." Use the knowledge wisely. Your choices will shape the perception of your species across the stars. Lyra's heart raced. Me? Really? Axiom responded, "Yes." Alindra judges intent as much as skill. You have proven both. You are capable of using this knowledge for discovery, innovation, and diplomacy, not for dominance. For the first time, Lyra felt the weight of responsibility. She wasn't just exploring for fun. She was the guardian of knowledge that could influence the galaxy. But she didn't feel fear. She felt purpose. Breath. "I won't let you down," she whispered, almost to herself. A new message appeared on the console. This one, from an unknown sender. "We know someone has activated the T-9000. You are being watched. They seek the knowledge. Protect the ship. Protect Alindra." By Lyra's eyes narrowed. "They're after us, but how can anyone find us out here?" Axiom's light pulsed. Greed and ambition create sensors, spies, and trackers. They are clever, but not as clever as you. Lyra took a deep breath, feeling a mixture of thrill and determination. "Then we'll be smarter. We'll stay ahead. And Alindra's secrets will stay safe, for now." Night fell on Alindra, though it was difficult to tell with the glowing structures everywhere. Lyra sat outside the T-9000, sipping her nut brew, staring at the alien sky. But she felt small, yet incredibly significant. She thought about Zorath Prime, about the 5 credits she had spent, about the laughter she had heard at the market. No one had believed the T-9000 was worth anything. But no one had guessed the secrets it held. And yet here she was, holding knowledge that could inspire countless worlds. Perhaps she smiled. Who knew 5 credits could change the galaxy? She whispered. Breath. Axiom's voice filled the quiet night. 5 credits for a beginning. The journey has only just begun, Lyra. The galaxy has many paths, and your cleverness will illuminate them all. Lyra looked up at the floating crystals, the glowing library, and the distant stars. She felt ready. No challenge was too big, but no puzzle too complex. The universe was vast, full of wonder, and she had only scratched the surface. And somewhere deep in the holographic messages and hidden archives of Alindra, Lyra felt the thrill of a discovery far greater than she had ever imagined, and the knowledge that her cleverness could make the galaxy a better place. The T-9000 hovered above Alindra's glowing surface, its engines humming a soft, steady tune. Lyra's mind raced with excitement. She had barely begun to uncover the secrets of the lost world, and already her small ship had proven itself invaluable. She felt like a pioneer, a clever explorer charting unmarked paths where no human or alien had gone before.
Axiom's holographic interface lit up.
Lyra, the next coordinates from Alindra's archives lead to a neighboring system. There are hidden resources, old civilizations, and advanced technologies scattered across several planets. However, others are beginning to track the TP-9000's movement.
They seek the knowledge we now possess.
Lyra frowned.
Others? You mean other explorers? Correct. Not all seek to destroy, but many seek control. We must be clever, strategic, and careful. Axiom explained. Breath. Lyra grinned. Clever and careful is my specialty. Let's go. Their first stop was a planet called Varelia, covered in dense forests and luminous lakes. From orbit, it looked peaceful, almost untouched. But Axiom warned her. Varelia tests adaptability and observation. Natural obstacles are designed to challenge intruders' problem-solving skills. Lyra's fingers danced across the console as she guided the T. 9000 through the atmosphere. The trees stretched like pillars, glowing faintly in the planet's soft light. Lake shimmered with reflections that distorted the sky. Winds shifted unpredictably. Bah. Looks like nature itself is a puzzle, Lyra whispered. As they descended, holographic signals from Alendra began guiding her. Observe the environment, Axiom advised. The planet has traps, not of harm, but of confusion. Success depends on perception and logic. Alara nodded. She landed near a grove of towering bioluminescent trees. Each tree pulsed in a rhythm, forming a pattern across the forest floor. Using her scanner, she traced the pulses and realized they corresponded to sound frequencies, like a musical lock. Distressing, she murmured. She began experimenting, tapping a sequence of notes on her portable device. Each correct tone caused one tree to glow brighter. After several attempts, a path illuminated itself, a natural corridor leading to a hidden platform over a lake. Got it, Lyra exclaimed. Rasp.
It's a musical puzzle! Clever! From the platform emerged holographic guides, remnants of Varelia's ancient civilization.
Break. They displayed knowledge about sustainable energy, water purification, and peaceful coexistence with native species. Lyra carefully recorded it in her portable datapad. This planet was a classroom, she whispered, and only the clever could graduate. The next system was more challenging. A cluster of asteroids surrounded a planet called Nerathis. Its surface was covered with crystalline structures, reflecting light in dazzling patterns. Axiom warned her. Asteroids here create unpredictable gravitational shifts. Navigation errors could delay progress. Lyra tightened her grip on the controls. Time to test my reflexes, she said, her eyes sharp. The T-9000 weaved through the moving rocks, its hull adjusting automatically to shifts in gravity. At one point, a massive crystal loomed ahead, spinning slowly. Lyra calculated the trajectory carefully, using the ship's adaptive systems to avoid contact. Each maneuver required quick thinking, precision, and patience. Finally, they reached Nerathis' surface. Crystals rose like towers, forming a labyrinth. Within it were clues from an extinct civilization, a set of devices that generated clean energy from sunlight and air currents. Lyra realized that the planet had been designed not as a home, but as a lesson in clever engineering. Every civilization Alindra preserved wanted to teach, Lyra said aloud. It's like they knew someone smart would come along. A soft beep interrupted her thoughts. A tracking signal appeared on the console. Not aggressive, but precise. Someone had found the T. 900's trail. Others are nearby, Axiom warned. They may attempt to follow us to Alindra. Do not underestimate them. Lyra's mind raced. We'll outsmart them. Always do. She pulled a lever, activating the TC Rabbi stealth mode. The ship's hull shimmered, blending with the surroundings. The trackers couldn't see them, though they were certainly being observed. The following stop took them to Orvantis, a desert world with vast plains of reflective sand. The sun scorched the surface, but underground caverns hid incredible treasures. A holographic map from Alendra guided them to one such cavern. Lyra adjusted the T-9000's hover mode, landing carefully near the entrance. Inside, tunnels glittered with crystals that stored ancient information. But the real challenge was a series of logic gates. Each gate required solving puzzles, patterns, sequences, and codes to proceed further. Lyra's mind worked tirelessly, analyzing each hint. But she sketched sequences, moved crystal blocks, and arranged light panels until the final gate opened. Beyond it lay a chamber filled with data cores.
Holographic recordings of civilizations long forgotten.
Some detailed planetary navigation. Others described medicine, agriculture, and even methods to communicate telepathically with species across distances.
Lyra stared in awe.
This is incredible. All of it hidden here. Axiom's holographic light glimmered. The knowledge is immense, Lyra. But remember, understanding requires careful thought. Collect information wisely. Not everything is meant to be used immediately. Lyra nodded. I get it. We learn. We share wisely. We don't rush. As they left Orvantis, Lyra realized she wasn't just collecting knowledge, she was connecting civilizations across time. Every planet, every puzzle, every discovery made her realize the galaxy wasn't just about conquest or power. It was about intelligence, creativity, and ethical responsibility. But she also knew someone, or some group, was tracking her. The signals were clever, invisible, and persistent. Lyra smiled confidently. Well, they'll have to be as clever as me to catch up, she said. The next leg of their journey was Alindra itself. The coordinates led them to a remote star cluster with gravitational anomalies, solar flares, and magnetic storms.
Even Axiom admitted, navigation here requires both skill and intuition. Lyra grinned. Perfect.
I love a challenge. She maneuvered the
T-9000 carefully, weaving through streams of magnetic energy. The ship's adaptive hull flexed with the currents, and the engines hummed in sync with Lyra's commands. Each twist in the path revealed a new celestial wonder, glowing nebulae, dancing comet trails, and asteroid formations that reflected light in kaleidoscopic patterns. It was beautiful, dangerous, and utterly fascinating. After hours of careful navigation, the T-9000 emerged from the storm and approached a shimmering gateway, a portal of light hovering between two stars. Around its final secrets awaited beyond it. This was the moment where knowledge, skill, and cleverness would converge. A soft hum came from Axiom. Prepare for entry. The final archive of Alindra lies ahead. The journey here has proven your capability, but the ultimate lessons await. Lyra adjusted her seat, taking a deep breath.
Bring it on, she said, her eyes shining with determination. I've got puzzles, planets, and hidden libraries behind me.
I can handle anything Alindra throws at me. And with that, the T-9000 accelerated into the portal. Lights surrounded them, and Lyra felt a strange sensation, as if the ship itself were learning alongside her. The portal shimmered, revealing a massive structure floating in space. A library unlike any she had imagined, filled with archives, holograms, and energy conduits that spanned kilometers. Lyra's jaw dropped. This is it. The real treasure.
Axiom spoke, voice calm but filled with pride. Indeed.
But remember, Lyra, Knowledge is only as valuable as the one who uses it wisely. Others are watching.
We must be clever, ethical, and creative to protect it. Lyra smiled. Ethical, clever, and creative.
Got it. Let's explore.
The T-9000 landed gently, and Lyra stepped out, her eyes scanning the vast glowing library.
Each hallway, each column, each floating hologram was a puzzle, a lesson, and a legacy from civilizations long gone. She felt the weight of responsibility, but also the thrill of discovery. For the first time, Lyra understood the full meaning of the
T-9000.
It was more than a ship. It was a test, a guide, and a companion for those who valued intelligence and ethics above all else. And as she wandered through the first halls of Elendra's ultimate archives, she realized something amazing. The galaxy wasn't about power or conquest. It was about cleverness, courage, and the choices one made with knowledge. Lyra smiled, ready to face the final lessons and uncover the secrets that could shape the galaxy for generations to come. The T-9000 glided over Elendra's final archives, its engines whispering like a calm wind. Lyra's eyes widened as she took in the massive structure floating in space. Columns of glowing energy stretched endlessly, holographic archives shimmered above her, and stairways of light twisted in impossible directions. This was no ordinary library. It was the heart of knowledge in the galaxy. "This is incredible," Lyra whispered, breath.
I've never seen anything like it.
Axiom's holographic interface pulsed softly.
Indeed.
This is the culmination of civilizations long gone. Every lesson, every invention, every insight is stored here. But access is carefully restricted. Only those who show intelligence, ethics, and creativity may uncover the most important secrets. Lyra swallowed and stepped towards the entrance. She felt a strange energy, almost like the library was alive, sensing her intentions. Inside, the hallways were filled with floating holograms of alien species, each projecting information. Lyra noticed devices that could manipulate gravity, generate clean energy, and even communicate across star systems instantly. She could hardly believe what she was seeing. This can change everything," she whispered. A soft chime echoed through the hall, and a holographic panel appeared before her. Basically, only the clever, the ethical, and the curious may proceed. Lyra smiled. "That's me," she said, feeling a thrill of excitement. The first puzzle was a series of energy conduits. Each conduit glowed in different colors, and they needed to be connected in a sequence that balanced the energy flow across the library. Lyra analyzed the patterns, testing small adjustments and observing the results. After several attempts, the conduits lit up fully, and a new pathway opened. Lyra could feel the library acknowledging her cleverness. The next chamber was even more incredible. Holographic images of planets, stars, and civilizations rotated slowly in midair.
Lyra realized these were records of every civilization Elendra had preserved.
Axiom explained. These archives contain knowledge that could help any species thrive peacefully.
It is a gift to those who are responsible.
Lyra moved carefully, taking notes, scanning data, and recording information that could help improve technology, energy systems, and diplomacy across countless worlds. Each discovery deepened her understanding of the galaxy.
She paused at a holographic console and pressed a sequence of symbols she had seen earlier on Varelia and Nerathis. The symbols glowed, and a map appeared. A map showing how civilizations could communicate, share resources, and collaborate without conflict. "This is amazing," Lyra breathed. This isn't just knowledge, it's a blueprint for peace. But even in this wonder, Lyra remained alert. She remembered Axiom's warning that others were tracking the T-9000.
9000. Somewhere in the galaxy, there were factions who wanted this knowledge for control, not collaboration.
Don't worry, Axiom said calmly. We are prepared. The library protects itself and its secrets. Those who approach without intelligence or ethics cannot access the archives. Bro. Lyra nodded. Good. Let's make sure it stays safe. She continued through the final halls, uncovering technologies for clean energy, sustainable agriculture, and advanced star navigation. Each discovery was carefully logged in the T breaths.
9000. She realized that even a small human could carry knowledge that could elevate entire civilizations.
The enormity of it made her pulse quicken, but also gave her a sense of responsibility. Finally, Lyra reached the heart of Alendra. A massive chamber floated in space, lit by streams of energy that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. In the center was a pedestal, glowing softly. On it lay the core of knowledge, a crystalline structure that stored Alendra's most important secrets.
This is it, Lyra whispered.
The most incredible discovery of all. Axiom's hologram shimmered. Access requires your intelligence, ethics, and creativity. Only a being who demonstrates these qualities may unlock it fully. Lyra approached carefully. She studied the patterns, symbols, and energy flows. She realized this was not a test of strength, but of mind and heart. Carefully, she traced the correct sequences, connected energy flows, and aligned the holographic patterns. The crystalline core pulsed brighter and brighter until a holographic projection of Alendra's knowledge filled the chamber. Lyra stepped back, overwhelmed. She could see the histories of civilizations, energy systems beyond imagination, methods of communication, and ways to protect the galaxy from imbalance. She felt a deep sense of purpose. This can help everyone, she whispered. A chime echoed, and a final holographic message appeared, projected by Alendra itself. You have proven your worth, Lyra. You are clever, ethical, and creative. Use this knowledge to elevate your species and others. Bray show the galaxy that intelligence, not force, is the greatest power of all.
Lyra felt a smile spread across her face. I will.
I promise, she returned to the T.
9000. Carefully storing the holographic data in secure cores. Axiom pulsed softly. Now we return. The galaxy must see that humans can be clever, ethical, and responsible. Let's go, Lyra said, feeling a thrill of pride and purpose. The journey back to known space was filled with a sense of triumph. Lyra navigated through star fields, asteroid belts, and nebulae, all while reviewing the knowledge she had gathered. She realized that the 5 credits she had spent on the T-9000 were worth far more than gold. They had bought her an opportunity to change the galaxy. When she emerged near Zorith Prime, she transmitted a message to the Galactic Council. The holographic projection displayed summaries of Alendra's archives, sustainable energy methods, peaceful communication techniques, and innovative technologies. The council members watched in awe. They had seen countless explorers return with new discoveries, but never knowledge of this magnitude. One council member, a tall being with silver skin and 3 eyes, spoke.
Who acquired this knowledge? Lyra stepped forward.
Breath.
I did, but it's not just mine.
It belongs to anyone willing to use it wisely. Humans can be clever, ethical, and creative.
We can contribute to the galaxy without conflict, the council murmured in surprise and admiration. Lyra realized she had done more than discover a ship. She had changed the perception of her species. Word of Lyra's discovery spread quickly. Humans were no longer just seen as curious or primitive. They were innovators, problem solvers, and collaborators. Other species approached her for guidance, and Lyra gladly shared insights from Alindra, always emphasizing responsibility and ethics. Lyra returned to the tea.
9001 evening, looking up at the stars, she thought about the journey, the puzzles, the planets, the hidden messages, and the final discovery.
She smiled. 5 credits. That was all it had cost her to find a ship that carried the knowledge of countless civilizations. 5 credits had opened a galaxy of possibilities. A soft hum came from Axiom. Do you feel proud, Lyra? I do, she said. But proud isn't enough. I want to use this knowledge.
I want to make a difference. Axiom's light pulsed warmly. Then your journey is only beginning.
B. Alindra's archives contain even more secrets, and cleverness, ethics, and creativity will continue to guide you. Lyra nodded. She realized that the galaxy was full of puzzles, wonders, and mysteries, and she was ready for all of them. In the following months, Lyra helped establish peaceful trade networks, shared energy solutions with planets in need, and inspired young explorers to think creatively rather than fight. Humans became respected across the stars not for conquest, but for intelligence, problem-solving, and ethics.
And the tea!
9000. It became legendary. The little ship bought for 5 credits had carried its pilot to the greatest discovery in the galaxy. Lyra often looked at the ship fondly. We did it, old friend, she whispered. We showed them what humans can really do. A soft hum replied from the ship breast. Indeed, Lyra. And the universe is only just beginning to see your potential. The stars stretched infinitely ahead, full of mysteries yet to be solved, puzzles yet to be unraveled, and civilizations yet to be inspired. Lyra knew she was ready for them all. But Galaxy had changed, and she had changed it. Not with weapons, not with force, but with cleverness, courage, and a heart full of curiosity. And somewhere, deep in the archives of Alindra, new holographic maps glimmered, hinting at discoveries even more incredible. Lyra smiled. The adventure would never end.